Hello, class. Welcome to CS 340. I'm Dr. Satterfield. I'll be your instructor for this term, and it should be a lot of fun. We're going to learn about MongoDB. We're going to create a MongoDB database, and we're going to write Python user interface code and middle layer data access code to bring data back and forth between the user interface and the database. So it should be a lot of fun. And I just want to give you a head start on this week one, module one. Going to show you how to go into the lab, a virtual lab, and connect to the MongoDB shell, import a database. Basically, it's everything in your first assignment. I just want to go through that so you'll have a head start. And let's take a look now. So I'm going to access the virtual lab. Okay, now the next thing in your instructions, it tells you to open up a terminal. So let's find the terminal. Here it is. Now the next thing it tells you to do is access the MongoDB shell. And let's see, what is I believe it's just Mongo SH. That's for the Mongo shell. So now we're in the MongoDB shell. So let's show DBS, show databases. So we have admin, config, enron, and local. Now you won't see this enron database initially when you go in, because that's the exercise for you. Part of the exercise for this assignment is to import this enron database from a JSON file. And I've already done that. And when I exited the lab and I came back in to do it in front of this video, I had hoped that my environment would be clean again, but it's still here. So it's not a problem. If you notice in the instructions, one of the things we're going to do as part of the import is we're going to clear out anything to do with this enron collection from before we do this import. So when I do the import again, it's going to work, and then so you'll still get to see how I do the import. So now let's exit or quit out of the MongoDB shell. And I believe the next thing it tells you to do is to change directories. So it's cd use usr local datasets. Okay, so now we're there. And now we're going to do the MongoDB import of the enron collection. So this is a little tedious. Mongo import. Please bear with me. Notice these are curly braces here instead of just parentheses. Mongo user And you have to do it exactly like this. If you try and put it all together into one row instead of using the backslash enter between some of these commands, it's going to ask you for the password. So I would do it just like I'm doing it. Now here are two that we can put on the same line. And I'm doing it exactly like it's printed in the instructions. And this is what I was talking about, the drop directive is going to tell it to drop anything it had in there earlier that would be coming in from this JSON file. Okay, I did something wrong here. Let's see, what did I do wrong? Mongo user, Mongo pass, Mongo port, Mongo host. And what is it telling us? Error parsing line options, error parsing, positional arguments, provide only one file name and one MongoDB connection string. Okay, let's just try again. Mongo import, username equals okay. Mongo pass. Okay, that worked. Now, you may focus in initially, as I did, on documents failed to import. It says 0 documents failed to import. So the import was successful. I'm not sure what I did wrong the first time, but it doesn't matter. We fixed it. Okay, so now we have done our import, but remember we did this from outside the MongoDB shell. So now let's go back into the shell and let's show DBs. Okay, now if you've followed along and done the same thing, you too should have the Enron collection showing up. Okay, so we showed DBs. Now let's, it says now to use Enron. Show collections, and be sure you're taking screenshots of all of this so that you can submit it as your assignment. Now db.emails find one, and that's going to retrieve one of the documents from the emails collection. Excuse me, and here it is. Now the next thing it tells you to do is to find the size of one of the documents in the collection. Excuse me. So what you may have to do, and I had to do it, but since I've already done it, it's not going to let me do it again. You've got to run this command here. It's in your instructions. It says you may need to do snippet install Mongo compat. So let me go ahead and type this in for you, and so you can see it. Snippet install Mongo compat, and just hit enter. You'll probably have to do that. I know I certainly did, in order to do the next command, and that is the let's see, what is it? It says here, refer to a document called 2 ways to get a document size in MongoDB. And so the one I chose to use was this object bson size, and then I'm going to do the same thing we did a minute ago. I'm going to say db emails find one. And so I'm going to wrap db emails find one, the same command we just did earlier. I'm going to wrap that inside an object bson size function call. And that returns us, looks like 1968. I believe that's what I'm seeing here. So anyway, that's pretty much your assignment for this week. Go into the lab, make sure you can connect to the database shell, make sure you can import this Enron database and query it, and get the size of one of the collections, or one of the objects, and take screenshots of everything, submit it. And of course, then you've got a discussion post, and be sure in your discussion post to reply to at least 2 other students, and your replies should be relevant to something that the other student mentioned in their initial post, and it should be should offer some clarification on that topic, and it should be encouraging. The people who are in the habit of encouraging others around them are always successful. So that's a very good habit to develop. So anyway, that's what I want to show you, and um, welcome to the class. And I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again soon.